Well, excited to be here at Prince George's Stadium with Orioles prospect Max Wagner. Max, thanks so much for taking some time.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
First and foremost, just how was the off season? What were you focusing on?
Yeah, it was good. Biggest thing was obviously staying healthy. Not playing a whole lot last year, and then just working on some things that I really didn't get a chance to work on last off season as I had my hand surgery. But yeah, just working on a lot of stuff, offensively, defensively, and just getting a lot stronger. So.
Yeah, obviously a season like that with so many injuries comes with challenges physically. What was that season like mentally for you to try to get through that?
Yeah, it was definitely rough. It was probably one of the hardest seasons I've had just playing baseball because I've really never dealt with injury. So just trying to figure out how to get my body in the right spot to go out there and play, and there's a lot of mind games out there, and I'm glad to say that I feel a lot better, so I'm ready to go for this next season, and that's the biggest thing.
What do you feel like you did this offseason to kind of get centered a little bit and back and ready to go?
Yeah, just spent a lot of time on kind of more of the little things. Not, obviously I want to get stronger and doing lifts to make me stronger, but also hitting those kind of smaller lifts and mobility stuff, and just making sure the body is sound in those little areas rather than, biceps, stuff like that, making sure like hips, hip flexors, core, hamstring, stuff like that, just making sure that those things are solid just so they don't show up in the season.
Yeah, and kind of sticking with the mental aspect of things, how do you catch yourself from, trying to push forward a little bit and trying to play catch up here this year?
Yeah, obviously not playing last year was tough, and I wish I would have just been able to get out there and play as much as I can. So I don't really feel like playing catch up. I'm just want to go out there and have fun, just because it was kind of taken away from me last year. So just want to go out there, have fun with the guys, and just play the best that I can and see what happens.
Yeah, and you've had some time here. It's been a little bit sporadic. Nice to feel settled a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. It's obviously my first year. I was here for about a month and had a great time, and then last year I was out the first month of the year, and then came back here for a little bit less than a month, and was kind of here and there with the injury. And I'm just glad to be in a good spot back here. Great place to hit, and like I said, just see what happens.
What were you focusing on defensively this offseason?
Yeah, I know versatility is huge in this org. So obviously primary is third, and then second base. But I've worked a little bit at first. Any way to get me in the lineup. That's kind of how I see it and kind of how they see it. So just working on different positionings on the field, different shifts, different depths, stuff like that, and just different ground balls going from one side of the diamond to the other. Balls are going to be hit different, so just kind of looking at that stuff.
How confident does it make you to see guys like Jordan Westburg, who has done a similar thing defensively as you're doing now? He did a few years ago. He's had a lot of success in the big leagues. Nice to be in an organization that knows how to do that.
Yeah, I mean that's a guy that people have said like, oh, just because of how versatile he is, like he's able to play wherever, hit in whatever spot in the lineup. Like that's kind of what I want to be, like any way to get in the lineup. Like I'll go in the outfield, I'll catch if I have to, like any way to get in the lineup and play. So that's a guy that I definitely look up to on what he does is what I want to do.
Obviously, big priority is staying healthy this year, but what are some of your baseball goals?
Yeah, like you said, stay healthy is probably 1A for sure. But for baseball wise, just go out there, have fun. Baseball's hard enough. I don't want to think about stats or stuff like that. I just want to go out there and have fun with the guys and just enjoy the time, because you only play this game for so long.
Well, we're excited to see you out there. Thanks, Max.
Yeah, appreciate it.